Master Chongsan said, "Make your resolution extraordinary, but your conduct ordinary."
The founding masters said, "There is not a single thing under heaven to discard if you know how to make use of things."
Happy Sunday! Welcome to the Sunday Life Dharma. And you're welcome to join me in Qigong exercise in standing posture. Spread your feet shoulder width. Now fingers together, palms out and up. And lean to one side, to the other side. Palms down. Again, fingers together, out, up. Release your hands. Turn your body side to side. And the diagonal direction. And arms down. Put your hands on your hips. And roll your hips and waist together. Reverse the direction. Reverse. And reverse. Good. Now bend your toes. Loosen your ankle. The other side. Good. Now hands on your knees. Roll your knees together, inward, together, outward. Now come up. Put your palms up, bring your fingers in, out. Turn your palms back up, front. Good, again. Three, two, one. Arms down. Now chin up, look up the ceiling. Roll your neck side to side. Now chin down. Same way, roll your head. Now slowly and gently roll your head all the way, making a circle. When you get to the bottom, reverse the direction. And come up. Very good. Now, let's do some breathing exercise. Arms up and down, up, down. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Arms up, arms down, arms up, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, again, breathe in, breathe out. Now open your chest to your left. Open your arms this way and bend your left elbow and glide your left arm forward while crossing your palms. Now draw your right arm back. Bend it from your elbow, same way, glide it forward, cross your palms. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, in, out. Now grab a circle in front of your chest, like this. Good. Now your right arm down, left arm up. Now turn your body to your right and push your upper palm out forward while bringing your lower arm to your side. Bring your arms back in center, grab a circle, your left arm up now, and switch your arms direction. Turn your body to your left, same way. Grab a circle again. Down, up, turn, push and glide. Grab a circle, down, up, turn. Once again, grab a circle, down, up, turn, push and glide. Now arms move side to side, palms out, wave your arms together, freely and gently as you breathe. Now arms down, palms facing down, right here. Now left arm up, bounce twice, switch your arm, right arm up, bounce it twice, left up, bounce, right up, and bounce. Now left arm up, right leg up, step down and bounce, left leg up, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now cross your arms all the way up, arms down, palms up, palms out, palms out to your side, down. Again, palms up, push your palms out, open your palms to your side and down. Palms up. Now push your arms forward, palms facing down, bring your arms back in, left foot out, push your arms out. Out, in, out, breathe in, arms in, breathe out, arms out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, right foot out, palms out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, 2 more rounds, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Arms to your side, palms up, all the way up, and down, down, down. Again, breathe in, down, down, and gather. Breathe in, switch, gather. Motion, your motion is getting bigger. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, breathe in, arms to your side, gather your arms, and down, arms to your side, all the way up, down, 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 breathe in, and out, breathe in, and breathe out, palms up. Open your chest, do chest breathing, breathe in, open your arms, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Arms down, belly breathing. Breathe in, open, and breathe out. Now, join your palms together, and you're welcome to join me in bowing practice to the Dharmakaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. Grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents. Grace of fellow beings. Grace of laws and universal principles. Now please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Life Dharma. Good morning, all the grown-ups, and especially I'd like to say big hi to all the children and teens who are joining us this morning. We have been missing you guys so much and so long, so I am very happy that you are joining and practice together. Together, we are going to practice sitting meditation just for about 10 minutes, followed by Yeongju prayer chant. And we'll join our palms together and read Prayer for World Peace. 일원상 vow, sutra chanting, and then Reverend Won Gong is going to give us a talk on cultivating equanimity during the pandemic, which means, I think, how to be happy during this unhappy time. First, we'll practice sitting meditation, and I'm going to share some tips of how to sit well. As you hear this gong sound, you can take your time to find your most comfortable sitting position, either on the floor or in a chair. Now it's time to wiggle your body side to side, back and forth, and release any tension in your body. Now we'll do some breathing exercise. As you hear the gong sound, you can breathe in and breathe out, and keep breathing in and out, and release any tension on your forehead, your face, your ears, shoulders, your chin, your neck, it is okay to slouch a little bit if that feels more natural to you. Just remember your belly breathing. And once your body agrees, gradually sit up tall. Gently straighten your spine. And keep focusing on your belly breathing. Scan one more time. Scan your entire body to see if there is any tension, especially on your shoulders, your neck. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Recognize them as just thoughts, and they will disappear by themselves. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here and now. prayer chant 영주 영주 천지연기야 심정만 사여이야 심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심저 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 천지연기야 심정만 사여이야 심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기야 심정만 사여이야 심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기야 심정만 사여이야 심통 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정. Please join your palms together and let us read together Prayer for World Peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. Sutra chanting 일원상 vow. 일원상 vow. 일원 is the home of samadhi, beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being, non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, lost the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, enlightened people, and sentient beings, still one manifest as both permanence and impermanence, fused as permanence, still one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous. used as impermanence, one unfolds into infinite world through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 forms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore, we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after the Dharmakaya Buddha by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of One and become one with the nature of One.
How are you doing? We human beings are a social species. In all of our lifetimes, we have been interacting with one another. Then, since March, we have not been allowed to do so. And we don't know how long this will last. This has been a big adjustment to the way we used to live. These days, there are families with children who visit the temple garden. They help pull weeds and meditate in the rock garden. I love watching them from far away. Sometimes little children approach me without being aware of social distancing. This is hard for me. When little children want to come close to talk and play, I have to step away from them. I feel bad for this unusual way of interacting. Some of us feel that social distancing is not so difficult, but most of us feel that it's getting harder as the stress and uneasiness of the pandemic piles up. It feels like we are all going a little stir crazy on one level or another. Today I'm going to remind us to maintain equanimity during this pandemic through the practice of meditation and the cultivation of unwavering hope. Sotaesan said, "A person who has lost all hope is still alive, but his or her mind is dead. There is nothing that can be done for that person until his or her mind becomes alive again. Therefore, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas vow to arouse great hope in all sentient beings." Have you ever heard about James Stockdale? James Stockdale was a prisoner of war in Vietnam for 8 years. He endured much torture, violence, and uncertainty. How did he survive such brutal years? He maintained unwavering hope. But his hope was not a false hope based on wishful thinking or unrealistic expectations. He maintained his hope by recognizing and accepting his day-to-day reality as a prisoner of war. Stockdale kept his hope alive by focusing on his immediate situation. To be eventually released from this prison camp, he realized, "I need to stay well. In order to stay well, let me exercise and eat all the bread and food given to me." He lived one day at a time. Stockdale, imprisoned with no idea if or when he would go home, did not attribute his survival to optimism. In an interview, he explained how optimists fared in the prison camp. "Who didn't make it out?" an interviewer asked. "Oh, that's easy," he said. "The optimist." "The optimist? I don't understand." "The optimist, they were the ones who said, 'We are going to be out by Christmas.' And Christmas would come, and Christmas would go. Then they'd say, 'We are going to be out by Easter.' And Easter would come, and Easter would go. And then Thanksgiving, and then it would be Christmas again. And they died of despair and broken hearts." This is a very important lesson. Stockdale survived through his ability to maintain unwavering hope for the future without denying the immediate reality of his dire circumstances. This is known as the Stockdale paradox, and this story serves as an example of how resilient our minds can be even when we find ourselves trapped. Dear friends, the first half of the year 2020 has passed. This has already been an unforgettable year of hardship. For the remaining half of the year, how can we maintain a balance of realism and optimism? Many of us thought this pandemic would last a couple of months at most. Now that it has not, it gets more difficult for us. Some temple friends have expressed what has been the hardest for them. This is what they say. "There is no foreseeable end. It's one thing to live in isolation, quarantine, and social distance from one another for a known period of time. It's quite another when there is no end in sight." Quarantine fatigue. I miss being around people, the freedom to travel, and doing things together. Since it might be a couple of years before a vaccine is created and widely distributed, I will probably miss my grandchild's babyhood and will not experience my other grandchildren rushing into my arms for a long time. Not being able to meditate inside the Dharma hall because I could have COVID and not even know it. Difficulty living close to one person all the time. Uncertainty about how the world will handle the pandemic. Ongoing concerns for sick people and grieving for the dead. Various leaders giving conflicting advice about what to do and not to do. These are challenges we share, and there are many more. The global pandemic can amplify psychological stress from social isolation, job loss, financial insecurity, and being disconnected from what we previously perceived as normal. It is estimated that since the pandemic began, 1/3 of the US population has been affected with the mental health difficulties. Children worry about their parents and grandparents, and they miss playing with friends. Overall in the world, there has been a sharp rise in suicide attempts. In this reality, how do we cultivate equanimity? Stay in the present moment. Take heart day by day. Take good care of yourself and those around you. Wash your hands well. Wear a mask in public place. Maintain social distancing. And don't forget to smile. And if you can, pick a strawberry and eat it. Consider this story. There is a man chased by lions. He jumped off a cliff to escape. He grabbed hold of a branch growing from a side of a cliff. Suspended there in mid-air, he looked up, lions above. He looked down, lions below. He glanced to the right. A strawberry growing from the side of the cliff caught his eye. He reached out and picked. He ate the strawberry. Yummy. What is the message of this story? Never lose awareness of the beauty or gift right in front of you. Even in the most appalling situation. Anne Frank, writing in a diary while hiding from Nazis, said, "Beauty remains even in misfortune. If you just look for it, you discover more and more happiness and regain your balance." In Won Buddhism, meditation practice is expressed as cultivating the spirit, 정신 수양. In our Dharma book, spirit is defined as the state in which the mind, being clear and round, calm and tranquil, is free from a tendency toward discrimination and free from a penchant toward attachment. from the state of mind that is clear, calm, and free from grasping. The power of equanimity grows. Meditation does not only refer to sitting on a mat or in a chair in a quiet, peaceful place. One can practice meditation anywhere, at home, in a traffic jam, in an airport, or in the midst of chaos. Whenever I hear a story about an earthquake and people trapped under debris, I'm amazed by the mind power of those who manage to survive in little air pockets. Somehow they maintain calm breathing, not hyperventilating, which would use up oxygen and make them even more anxious. I can imagine meditation practice is valuable in such dramatic situations. A temple practitioner shared his sense of reassurance if he develops COVID pneumonia. He says he knows how to breathe calmly and slowly with no sense of panic. The very first line from the chapter on timeless meditation emphasizes that the ultimate purpose of meditation is gaining freedom of mind. It doesn't say gaining freedom of body. Regardless of our physical condition, if our mind is free, not bound to any mental worries or emotional ups and downs, what would it feel like? Whenever anyone is locked up in jail, what can they do? Some prisoners report surviving through meditation, trying to maintain calm and sound minds despite severe restriction. I question myself, could I use meditation if I were locked up? Could I consider a confined space as a small meditation hermitage while sheltering in place? The uncertainty from this extended pandemic is daunting. We are spending more time inside without much in-person interaction with others. But I try to think this way. We are not buried under debris, nor are most of us locked up behind bars. Since we have been locked down and quarantined, have you used meditation to calm your mind? Despite constraints, have you tried to treat this time as a retreat and your home as a meditation hermitage? Through meditation, we build mental and emotional stability. With a stable and sound spirits, some of you seem to be less emotionally impacted by the isolation than others. I notice some of you have been practicing consistently, are shining even more brightly during this time. Patty, who has diligently meditated for 20 years, embodies the power of equanimity and resilience. She says, not having financial worries, school reopening, or childcare problems, job loss, or illness to deal with, and being a natural introvert, I'm actually enjoying this tsunami of a personal and societal change. So many of these changes are positive. While I do miss some of my old familiar activities, this pandemic feels more like an opportunity to stop and assess my life and activities and to figure out in what direction I really want to take from here. If our life patterns have been directed toward external activity and stimulation, we may be experiencing depression, anxiety, and restlessness. If your life has been inwardly directed, you may be struggling less during this extended pandemic period. If you are open to recognizing grace, it is a bit easier to get through this time. Have you ever thought about what has changed for the better? Have any good things happened to you since the pandemic? Here are some examples from Temple Friends. I appreciate more space and quietness away from people. There is more time to catch up on things and focus on things that had been neglected or put off. Hiking more and spending more time in nature. Relief at having the world slow down. Less traffic on my road. Being able to explore new patterns of daily life and meditation practice. I am able to be more easily and freely attend online meetings of interest since no travel is involved and costs are reduced. I am always happy when I notice a strawberry. You want some bite? I appreciate those who are maintaining meditation practice at home. Meditation has been my lifeline for cultivating equanimity. It can be yours too. The mind of equanimity gives us a clear view of reality. Looking directly at reality, we hold a lamp of hope. And each of us can be a lamp of hope. So please take good care of your mind and body so that your lamplight won't go out. With our sound minds and bodies, may our lamps of hope become an unwavering light toward this world. Let us meditate for 5 minutes together. Let us taste equanimity. Calm, clear, and free. Morning prayer song. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can After 10 minutes, we are going to have sharing and conversation via Zoom. Join us, and we feel one another's presence on this journey together. Thank you, dear friends, for your practice with us. Time to eat the strawberry. Look at the color. Smell the fragrance and taste.